Professor Ralph Schoellhammer is a professor from a Viennese private university, and he was on GBNews this evening talking about the rise in antisemitism and what he called the beginning of the end of Jewish life in the West. I think he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. But at the moment, our political leaders are behaving foolishly. Suella Braverman doesn't know the difference between a Palestinian flag and a Hamas flag, and Rishi Sunak has reached out, as he should do, to warmly embrace the Jewish community and to reassure the Jewish community. I know many people who have been removing their mezuzahs and hiding inside. This is shocking in a free and open society. But at the same time, Rishi Sunak should also have been reaching out to the Palestinian community, the Islamic communities, because they are also hurting. And that hasn't happened. And it should happen. What we are facing at the moment is a terrorist attack and a national country's response. Now, I happen to disagree with Netanyahu's response. I happen also to be profoundly supportive of the State of Israel as a concept. I also am profoundly supportive of Palestine. I don't think it's impossible to reconcile that support. I also think, for what it's worth, the two-state solution is a very good solution. But we must resist terrorism. Now, someone asked me today in the comments if I could talk about the bombing of the King David Hotel. I will. In fact, I spent an hour discussing this with students last Sunday, and a lot of the history of the State of Israel is caked in violence from both sides. That doesn't mean that the State of Israel should not exist. 75 years, I don't think we should be redefining geography, but I think we should be trying to forge links between communities. And part of our problem is an obsession with nationalism and an obsession with borders, and we should be thinking perhaps in a more European, in a more federal direction. And I was very optimistic in the last few months that we might have turned a corner, even though I was not supportive of Netanyahu. I was wrong. I'm very sorry about that. At the same time, although there has been a significant and worrying rise in anti-Semitism, I don't think that that the professor is right in his conclusion that this is the beginning of the end of Jewish life in the West. I think it can be turned around. I think people are essentially good, but people need encouragement. Encouragement rather than punishment. Encouragement rather than censoring their free expression. So yes, we shouldn't be seeing Hamas flags, but yes, we should see the support of the Palestinian people who are suffering. We should see the support of the Israeli people who are suffering. And we should certainly see a reduction in anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. This is not the way forward in civilized society. And accepting that this is happening is not something that I think a civilized country, a civilized world should ever accept. We should never accept evil and hatred. We should accept kindness, and we should promote unity.